Hi guys, it's Harry here, and today I'm back with another video. And since we're leading up to Wrestlemania in literally a couple of weeks, I think about 3 weeks now, me and Billy are both going to be doing our Wrestlemania dream cards, right? It's not overall, just for this year, with people that could possibly still wrestle. Some of them are going to be more like harder if they're in different companies or just little things like that. But we're going to exclude all the things of whether what they're built towards or that. Sometimes it will be like, yeah, we're going to do that, but certain things built towards, I've picked different matches, I'm assuming Billy will too. So, let's get right into this. So, quickly before I do this, some honourable mentions, right? Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. I don't have either of their figures, don't have that. I don't have many women's figures either, so I'm going to stick with the Bayley, Charlotte and Sasha match for the Raw Women's title. And on SmackDown Live, I'm going to go for Becky, another triple threat, Becky, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James, right? AJ is going to beat Shane, Mickie James is going to win the SmackDown Live title, and Bayley's going to train at WrestleMania for Raw. Right. Now, this is the first match of the card, first match of the night, and like the last 2 years, there's been a Intercontinental Championship ladder match, right? This year, we're going to replace that with the Cruiserweight title ladder match. And this match, we've got a returning Rey Mysterio, who's obviously not in WWE right now. So that's what I meant by people being in different companies, so it might not happen. But that, he can be in it. Sin Cara is going to be in it. Neville, the king of the Cruiserweights, is in it. As well as TJ Perkins, Brian Kendrick, and Rich Swann. Who's the winner of this match? I'm going to say Rey Mysterio. Returning Rey Mysterio can really carry the Cruiserweight division with his experience and all that. So he is my winner for this match. So here we have the second match of my WrestleMania Dream card. And as you can see, it's only got the Big Show in the ring right now. I haven't got the other man. And you're probably thinking it might be because he's scheduled to go against Shaquille O'Neal at WrestleMania. I'm not going to go with that. I'm scrapping it. My match is going to be Braun Strowman versus the Big Show. We saw it on Raw a couple of weeks ago, and it was a fantastic match. From what I've heard, I haven't actually seen it, but I've heard it was a great match. And I think two big men. Here we're going to have Braun Strowman go over the Big Show. Big Show's got into a lot of better shape recently, so it should be an amazing match to compare to what we used to have. And the reason why I obviously don't have another figure is because I don't have a Braun Strowman figure. So that's that. And yeah, I think that'd be an amazing match. Here we have the third match of my WrestleMania Dream card. We have a triple threat match between the Fashion Police, the new repackaged Usos. Well, we can't really say that anymore because it's been quite a while now, since the brand split. But them and the American Alpha, even going to have their figures for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. All these teams I like the Usos' new attitude much more than their big colourful gimmicks that you can clearly see here in the figures. And the Fashion Police are just really entertaining. So for me, it should be a great match. Like I said, for most of the matches here, because I've picked them, because I think they'll be great matches. And yeah, we're going to have American Alpha retaining the championships here, because in my opinion, they are still the best team on the SmackDown Live roster. And yeah, I think most people would agree with me, to be honest. Right, and the next match on my card, I feel like I'm saying this all the time, so it might get a bit repetitive in this video. But yeah, here we have Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, and there will be a third man in this match, and it will be Samoa Joe. I believe this match will be an amazing match. You got Roman Reigns, the big powerhouse. Even though people seem not to like him, I think he's grown into a much better wrestler than when he started. Sami Zayn, the underdog from the underground, an amazing wrestler, always has been very technical. And Samoa Joe, much praise for him. He's such a great wrestler. And he's been on the roster for only a couple of, about a month I think now, a couple of weeks, something like that. And he's made such an impact. And this match is going to be a stipulation match. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. And it may sound like a bit of a weird choice because we got 3 wrestlers. They could all take a pinfall. And then you have to go to a 4 fall. That's the reason I've chosen this, because I think that would be quite interesting. It might seem a bit predictable, but I just quite like the idea of that. First fall is going to go to Samoa Joe. Second fall is going to go to Roman Reigns. And just when you think Samoa Joe is going to destroy Roman Reigns, he hits the, the muscle buster, there it is, in the middle of the ring. Sami Zayn's going to hit a blue thunder bomb. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be 3 falls. And then out will come Mick Foley or Stephanie McMahon, something like that. And they're going to say, right, next fall wins. And that fall, Samoa Joe will win, cementing his place on the Raw roster. And that should be, like I've said, for every single match, right at the end of this, an amazing match. Right, so this ring right now seems pretty crowded because I've got my tripod in the ring. So excuse it for being really close up. But the next match is a Andre Giant Battle Royal. And basically, obviously I haven't got all the people in the ring because it'd be much more than this. But I've got the last 10 that I see being in the match. Most of these are pretty much just jobbers. Some of them are like mid-carders, to be honest. But we're going to try and elevate some people. So, the first person to get eliminated from this lot is going to be Curtis Axel. Sorry, Axel, but I'm going to have to say goodbye to you. He is going to be eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. And then next is going to be R-Truth. He will be eliminated by Titus O'Neil. Then Titus O'Neil will get eliminated by Mark Henry in the process. You know, usually when one gets thrown over and the other one gets tipped over, just like that. Bo Dallas will get thrown over the top by Eric Rowan. Then Eric Rowan and Mark Henry are going to be battling. And then Rusev is going to run over. Right, sorry about that. Basically, all the storage run out, so I had to delete some things and all that. But like I was saying quickly before it run out, Eric Rowan and Mark Henry will both get thrown over the top by Rusev at the same time. And then Dolph Ziggler will attempt to eliminate Rusev, but since he super kicks Jerry Lawler has a few of them and chucks him over the top. Then Jerry Lawler gets thrown over by Rusev. Hideo Itami tries so hard to get Rusev out, but finally Rusev chucks him out as well, and Rusev has finally won again at WrestleMania. I think this is his first win at WrestleMania. All the other times I think he's lost, except the first time he's won since. Well, no, actually, I don't know what I'm saying. He won last year with the League of Nations, but that's gonna really kickstart his momentum again. I want to just build him up like he was before, leading up to WrestleMania 31, when it's just a monster mega heel. So that's why he'll be winning this match. Right, in this one, just want to say really quickly, I don't want you getting mad at me going, oh, Daniel Bryan, he can't wrestle anymore, he's retired, he'll die if he takes a bad bump or something, right? Half the doctors cleared him, right? All the doctors outside WWE cleared him, a couple in WWE cleared him, only a couple didn't clear him, and that's the reason why he had to retire. He could still wrestle, it's just some of them being too stubborn, going, no, right? The man wants to get back in a WWE ring. It's evident. You can see it every time he comes out. You just know he likes being the general manager, but he'd much rather be in the ring, like kicking their some ass and stuff. Like he wants to do it, right? And this is a match that's been building up for a long time. And I know Miz was meant to go into a feud with John Cena, with Nikki Bella and Maurice, but I really don't want to see that match. I just don't see it being a really good match, to be honest. And I think this could put on a great show. You've got the story there. You've got the Miz who's saying, well, I played it safe. I'm the reason why I'm still here because I played it safe. You're the one getting injured constantly, putting yourself body at risk. I've been here for the entire time, right? He's been able to go and film movies and still come back and wrestle and come back and wrestle and still win titles consistently. Whereas Daniel Bryan has been there and injured and stuff. And I think that'd be a really good story. The promos, everything, it just fit perfectly, right? And in this match, I see Daniel Bryan going over again. I'm not going to expose him too much. I want him to come back, but I wouldn't want him to take too many bumps that would really hurt him. But I think some of them, he could just come in, put on an amazing match. I think I said amazing and great so many times in this video, but yeah, they'll put on a fantastic match. And Daniel Bryan will be winning and set him on some good path if he's going to be wrestling some more. So, yeah. The next match... No, not match. I don't like the word match. Bout. The next bout. That sounds much better, to be honest. I don't know. It might sound gay, but I like that word. Bout, right? The next bout is going to be between Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. This match has actually been set up on SmackDown Live for quite a bit now. I think stemming back from just before Royal Rumble, around that time, I think. I'm not really too sure. But I think, considering last year, Dean Ambrose was kind of given... He was given a good opportunity with a street fight against Brock Lesnar. They could have put on an absolute classic, but Brock Lesnar wasn't really willing to comply and do some good spots and all that. So it was an okay match, but it just could have been so much better. So this year, we're going to have another street fight with Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose. And I think since Baron Corbin has a lot to prove, and this is his first WrestleMania, well, his second, because he actually debuted last year in the Andre Giant Battle Royal. But the second one, I think in a street fight, they could put so much on the line. And Dean Ambrose, with his, you know how much he can do in hardcore matches. He's an amazing wrestler. And personally, I'm not too sure of this. I'm not going to give a winner, because I think Dean Ambrose could easily win with his hardcore tactics. But at the same time, I think to give Baron Corbin a title would be absolutely great, because I love Baron Corbin. So, to be honest, I think this could go either way, and I'd still be happy, so long as they put on an amazing match. The second and final showcase of tag team wrestling on the pay-per-view will be between The New Day, Cesaro and Sheamus, and the club for the tag team titles of Raw. Now, that'll be the advertised match, but I think a great plan would be, on the night, to show backstage footage of the club on the floor, beaten, bruised, everything. And then say they have to give up the tag team titles and vacate them, right? Then we have Cesaro and Sheamus and The New Day going up against each other for the tag team gold at WrestleMania. And I think, in my opinion, in this match, The New Day should walk out with the titles. I think he could really complement them, because they're getting a bit stale at the moment, to be honest. I think they're meant to be the host of the show and all that, and selling their ice cream and stuff, but it just got really boring. They used to be so much better. And when they was heels, they were so much better than when they're face. And that's why they're going to get beaten up, right? They're going to be the tag champs, and then a couple months later or something, it's going to be shown that The New Day was actually the people that beat them up at WrestleMania. And that will lead into potential feud. So I think that'll be an amazing match. And also, with people like, it's just a perfect mix. You've got two powerhouses in Sheamus and Big E. Cesaro's such a gifted and like technical wrestler. And you've got the high-flying abilities of Kofi Kingston. And I would have Xavier Woods on the outside, because I don't think he would really... He's a good wrestler, but he just doesn't really... He's not as good as the other ones, and I think he could be good on the outside, to be honest. That's just my opinion. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I think that'd be a pretty good match. I'm not going to say great or amazing again, because I said that so many times, but yeah, a pretty good match. Now, this match, I'd be so excited if this would actually happen. Finn Balor versus Jeff Hardy. Two of my favourite wrestlers of all time. When I was younger, my three favourite wrestlers were Kofi Kingston, Jeff Hardy, and CM Punk. If Jeff Hardy was to return here, facing one of my new current favourite wrestlers, Finn Balor, in his return, I think they could put on an absolutely classical match that could possibly be the best on the card. And that is saying something, because this card is stacked, right? They just both are such amazing wrestlers. They're so gifted. And I think just the fact that they're both returning, they've both got their stories of hardships and being injured and getting released from WWE and all that, and having to take the long way around. Just, it'll be an absolutely amazing match. And the spots you get with coup de grace, swanton bombs, literally everything. I think this could be probably the best match on the card. And I think if this was to happen, everyone would be excited just for this match. I'm not even finding it. If they did this match on its own as a network exclusive, literally nothing else, just this match, it might even get more views than like a normal pay-per-view, as like Fastlane or Battleground or something, because people would love to see this match so bad. Honestly, I would pray, I'd give up a lot to see this match, especially live. It'd be electric, the atmosphere of the crowd, everything. It'd be perfect, to be honest. I don't think you could probably get a better WrestleMania dream match than one like this. It's funny because we still have this, including this match, we still have 5 matches left on the card. To be honest, I don't think we have enough room for them to be good long matches. There wouldn't be enough time, but personally, if we did have enough time and people would stay for 5-6 hours to watch a wrestling thing, which I doubt most people would, especially if you're going there live, you can't even take a break and leave or whatever. Especially if you need the toilet, you can't go 6 hours without going to the toilet. But I like how we got so sidetracked about this. But this match, Seth Rollins, Triple H, and to be honest, if Seth Rollins can get back, I'd have a plan for this match. I'd say, like Seth Rollins has come out on Raw and said, I will be there. He hasn't said he'll do anything, but I can imagine Seth Rollins coming out in a suit, being interviewed in the ring, Triple H coming out and just being like, oh, I told you not to come here. I know you're not fighting, but I told you not to come here. Coming out of his sledgehammer, and Seth Rollins in a suit. And in a similar way to how Cesaro rips off his suit and goes entrance gear underneath, and well, not his entrance gear, it's like a tire underneath. Seth Rollins rips it off. It's funny because we still have this, including this match, we still have 5 matches left on the card. To be honest, I don't think we'd have enough room for them to be good long matches. There wouldn't be enough time. But personally, if we did have enough time and people would stay for 5-6 hours to watch a wrestling thing, which I doubt most people would, especially if you're going there live, you can't even take a break and leave or whatever. Especially if you need the toilet, you can't go 6 hours without going to the toilet. But I like how we got so sidetracked about this. But this match, Seth Rollins, Triple H, and to be honest, if Seth Rollins can get back, I'd have a plan for this match. I'd say, like Seth Rollins has come out on Raw and said, I will be there. He hasn't said he'll do anything, but I can imagine Seth Rollins coming out in a suit, being interviewed in the ring, Triple H coming out and just being like, oh, I told you not to come here. I know you're not fighting, but I told you not to come here. Coming out of his sledgehammer, and Seth Rollins in a suit. And in a similar way to how Cesaro rips off his suit and goes entrance gear underneath, and well, not his entrance gear, it's like a tire underneath. Seth Rollins rips it off. And guess what? For the second time in me recording videos, my camera has run out of storage again. I hope it doesn't happen again because I'm going to be stuffed editing this video and stuff. But, right, this is going to take too long. The amount of cuts in this is going to be so annoying. But, I can't remember what bit I was up to. So he rips off his entrance gear of the suit and goes, I came here to fight, not talk. And he just beats him up. Triple H is in the gear he's in like now, just in an actual wrestling attire. The match is started. Seth Rollins wins and finally makes a culmination to this feud, which has been an amazing one, to be honest. But it's not been an amazing feud, but it just makes sense with him leaving the Authority and all that. And he could probably third time it's died, but like I was saying, make him a proper face. Right, I've just got to pray and hope my camera doesn't die again or run out of storage again on this. But the next match is the 2 best friends. Right now I'm at a point I genuinely want to end my life. It's the 4th time it's died on this video, and genuinely it's just getting annoying. But the 2 best friends, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, having a match. I'm going to speed this up now, just so hopefully it doesn't run out of storage again. But 2 best friends having an amazing 5 times that I've run out of storage in this video, and I genuinely want to end my life right now by putting on a clinic of a match. Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, sorted, done, bang, 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 sorted. The third to last match on this card is Brock Lesnar vs Goldberg for the Universal title. I think they can really redeem themselves from their match. I can't remember, I think it's like WrestleMania 20 or something, a long time ago. I see Brock Lesnar winning. I don't see Goldberg carrying on with the title. I think Brock Lesnar wins this, carries it on for a bit, loses it to someone. I can imagine him losing it to Samoa Joe at SummerSlam, and just him holding the title for a bit. But just something like that, something good, fresh. It's not really a fresh match because it's been happening quite a lot of times now, but I think if they did it properly and actually put in some good spots, this match could be possibly like the most shocking match of the night, because I don't think many people are really expecting it to do that well, to be honest. The third to last match on this card is Brock Lesnar vs Goldberg for the Universal title. I think they can really redeem themselves from their match. I can't remember, I think it's like WrestleMania 20 or something, a long time ago. I see Brock Lesnar winning. I don't see Goldberg carrying on with the title. I think Brock Lesnar wins this, carries it on for a bit, loses it to someone. I can imagine him losing it to Samoa Joe at SummerSlam, and just him holding the title for a bit. But just something like that, something good, fresh. It's not really a fresh match because it's been happening quite a lot of times now, but I think if they did it properly and actually put in some good spots, this match could be possibly like the most shocking match of the night, because I don't think many people are really expecting it to do that well, to be honest. Right, you can probably see that I've been trying to make these videos shorter now, coming up to the end, because it's 5 times I've run out of storage, and I'm just... Oh, it's just so annoying. I've said it so many times. The amount of times the videos are right, amazing, great, match, and just things like that. It's probably so annoying and repetitive, so I apologise for that. But in this match, we've got Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, the Royal Rumble winner, and Luke Harper. Basically the whole Wyatt family, excluding Eric Rowan. And this match, it can be really good. You've got the Royal Rumble winner, Randy Orton, the experienced one. You've got the really, promising 2 young men. Well, not young, they're not even young anymore, but new stars of Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. And they can put on an amazing match. It's got a story, it's got everything that you'd want in this. And I see Bray Wyatt retaining. In the real match, I'd want Bray Wyatt to win. In the real match, probably Randy Orton will win when it's just Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton in a singles match. Because I don't really see them keeping it on Bray Wyatt, but I want Bray Wyatt to win, and since it's my fantasy card, I can do what I want, so Bray Wyatt is winning. Finally, my main event of WrestleMania 33 is Big Match John going against a dead man, The Undertaker. It's a dream match. A lot of people have been speculating about this happening for a while, and I think that this match, in a loser retires match, could be just a fantastic match. The Undertaker's already lost his streak, so it's not something there to go for. So just put a bit of a stake there. You got a loser retires match. And it's quite hard because Undertaker's older, so most people think he'll lose. But at the same time, John Cena, he could lose. He's been transitioning more into media and films and stuff like that. So it would be interesting. And I'm going to go with the predictable route with The Undertaker losing. But it will be in a good way, as we're going to have John Cena finally, after God knows how long of everyone on the internet wanting it for ages and ages, the John Cena heel turn. He'll turn heel on The Undertaker, win it by doing some sneaky tactics like hitting him with a chair or low blow and then an AA. But he's going to do something, and he's going to get all that heel heat for making The Undertaker retire by turning heel. But it's the perfect way to end my WrestleMania. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a very long video. It's been very stressful for me to make because I haven't edited it yet, right? But the amount of times, I think it's 5 times that my camera ran out of storage. So if I've said things multiple times, or it just seems like tons of jump cuts and all that, that's why, and I apologise for that. And a lot of things I've probably said a lot of times in this video, like, great match, this match, the next match, and just things like that that's been repetitive. I apologise for that, but there's not really much thing that you can say. I've tried to vary the things said a bit, like this bout, this clinic of a match, but it's just, there's not much you can say. You've got to say things like match, and it's a great match, and they're just going to get said again. But anyways, let's try and end this here so it's not too long for you. It's probably already about 20 minutes, I'm not too sure. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been a bit of a longer one, and soon I should have Billy making his own WrestleMania card coming out. But I don't know if he'll be willing to do that, considering how long this one has taken. But hopefully I will get that for you guys, and he can make his return on the channel. But for the 3rd time that I've tried to say this, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Now please remember to like, comment and subscribe to HHE, Harry's Household Entertainment. And remember, don't take liberties.